I like to say that gaming is where pictures and code get together to create fun things. A few years back, the folk at Digital Media decided they wanted to expand their interaction courses and bring gaming up to a higher level of visibility in the curriculum. When I arrived, we had a multimedia or interaction concentration that did a lot of scripting and 2D and interactive web and other content like that. That's pretty much the base that we used and expanded upon. When you work at a normal school or company, you get something called brain drain. You lose your highest talented people to another place, or in college's place, they graduate. And you lose that information that they've bothered to acquire. So what we've done is we've made the high-level classes in a lot of the concentrations repeatable. And I have in this class some students that are taking the game design class for the very first time, and some that are taking it for the second. So they've already gone through a lot of the tutorial content and things like that. So for the first half of the semester, they're going to be working on some independent projects, getting to focus on their portfolio. Their portfolio is incredibly important. It's what will get them a job. We worked together a few years ago, and we came up with a computer science student that's interested in programming can come over here and take the game classes that are predefined with the electives or with the courses from computer science counting as their prereqs. So a computer science student who's done nothing but program can come over here and take a 3,000-ish level class that would normally be prereqed out and specialize in things that will help them. So for instance, the game engine class that we teach, we have 3 different game engine classes. They would be allowed to bring their skill set in, and the class would be slightly different for them in that it would emphasize their skills, whereas the DIGM student who took it would have their skills emphasized. We do have many students who have successfully transitioned from here to 3D or AAA or AA companies. For instance, Greg Marlowe, who currently teaches here, went to graduate school here. And he went up and worked for the folk that make Civilization.
Yeah, I worked at I worked at Firaxis Games as part of 2K. The 2K is the publisher, and so I worked with them. Had several games I worked on: Civilization, XCOM, Civilization 5, Civilization 6, XCOM, and I actually still do a little bit of freelance work with them as well. So
right over there, we've got 2 Vives 3D true VR stuff, and there's a lot of interest in that right now. Some student team just developed a VR haunted mansion game, which is quite fun to play. It involves throwing glow sticks at ghosts.
A lot of this is the environment, but there's also a monster that chases you throughout this entire mansion, and you may run into her. I'm not sure. No, I'm not playing. But I mean, her spawn point will show her mesh. So, and I can't see because the point of this game is to use your flashlight to kind of look for things. So we had to keep it super dark and kind of put lights in different spots for gameplay purposes. A lot of this was really challenging, again, because VR, and so a lot of this shouldn't be possible, like with the light shafts, those should not be possible in VR, but we kind of cheated the system so that we can have light shafts thanks to this guy. So that, we could highlight objects or maybe a key right here. There used to be a key spawn right here, and the objective of this game is kind of like the objective of this game is kind of like to find all the keys and then get out of the house. But there are other objects that will kind of help you through that. So like batteries and stuff to charge your flashlight. Where's the moon country? Oh, there it is. Yeah, the moon. We got our skybox, our clouds, and stars.
There is a wide variety of job opportunities because, as I said, gaming is multimedia in a specific direction, but at the end of the day, it mixes scripting with 3D or 2D imagery, music, animation, and a little bit of everything. So depending on what the student found interesting is depending on where he or she would be able to go.